Hey everyone, this is Anna Runyon. I am here for a special live cast today. I am doing some amazing interviews. We're going to feature some real life stories of women who are launching their dream careers and their dream businesses. It's an incredible group of women, so I am super excited to introduce them to you today. These are all of our class members. Class is our membership site where you can find a job or business you love that supports the life you really want. So we have our first guest here today. So we're just going to dive right in so you can meet them. Our first guest is Tamara. And I would love to know, Tamara, can you just give us kind of your background and where you are at in your career journey?
Sure, I would love to. How I got started in Classy Career Girl, I unfortunately went through a divorce and I was devastated because I had been married almost 30 years and I was at a total loss. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't have any skill set. I was a stay-at-home mom for many, many years, and this divorce just came out of the blue. And so I figured what am I going to do? So when I went on one of Classic Career Girls webinars, I thought, wow, that's something I would really love to do. So I reached out and I became a member, and I have never looked back. It has been wonderful ever since.
And it's been quite a while now. I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out before our interview how long it has
it
been. So
it's been before COVID, so it's been a few years.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. And you are, I feel like I can always count on you to show up, to be there, to be
Yes,
supportive during our calls and everything as well.
yes,
Um,
I love it all. So
yeah, definitely. So at the start of your journey, you were kind of going through this big transition in your life and in your career as well. Were you transitioning your career then too?
well, I didn't even have a career exactly when I first started. So I ended up becoming a business banker, and that was just a fluke. Someone I was calling to get a loan actually, and someone liked my voice. So they said, "Well, we can't give you a loan, but would you like to work for us?" And so I said, "Absolutely." And so I became a business banker. But then after everything with COVID, the business has been very challenging. So I am transitioning now and I'm becoming a financial advisor. So I'm in the
Awesome.
testing phase right now.
I love that. I love one that you got a job just by talking to someone, like picking up the phone and calling. You never know where that career opportunity is going to come from,
Right.
right?
You never know. And I don't think I would have had the courage to even call if it hadn't been for Classy Career Girl, because one thing I have to admit is that when we would do the Q&A sessions, I would constantly ask you about fear and overwhelm. I felt so much overwhelm and I was so scared to do everything because I'm a woman of a certain age, and there is unfortunately age discrimination. And so when I went through all this, my eyes were really open and I was very afraid, but I'm no longer afraid. I just go for it now.
Awesome. I love that. So speak to us about overwhelm and fear. Like how is there some what did I tell you? I
Yeah.
guess you asked on a Q
Okay.
and A. What
You,
was my advice?
well, you told me to do affirmations, to create a vision board, to focus on one thing at a time. And one thing that I learned in the class that is so important is place your passion on where you're going, not the challenge that you're facing.
Mm,
So that one, I have pages and pages and pages of notes because every time we have a call, I'm taking notes, and that was the one that stuck out the most. So I'll read it again. Place your passion on where you're going, not the challenge you're facing, because
yeah.
we're always going to have challenges. Every day you have a challenge. The car doesn't start, your kids spill oatmeal all over their clothes. I mean, there's always going to be something. So you have to focus on what you're passionate about, not on what's going, no, not on the outer.
Exactly. Yeah. The vision. I know
Mm,
I know that's one thing I always talk about too, is like knowing where you're headed, knowing that vision for your future too.
right, exactly.
So, the problems you were looking to solve when you were on that webinar and you were kind of listening and you're like, I need this, like what were some of those problems you were looking to solve?
Money. Money was a big issue. I was afraid to get out there. I was afraid of social media. I didn't really, I knew YouTube and Netflix, but I hadn't worked in a very long time. So I didn't know anything about social media except for what my kids would tell me. And, when your kids are telling you about social media, they're like, "Oh, mom, I'll just do it," instead of, you know, teaching you how to do it. So that was scary. And once I did start working, then I also had fear about not doing well or not having enough clients, and so there was a lot of fear.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, anytime you're starting anything new, any new career,
Hmm.
especially a new business where you need to get clients, you have to put yourself on social media. You have
Hmm.
to get those clients. So I definitely can understand as well, like kind of that fear. So I'm glad that you're talking about it because you're not alone. If you guys are listening and if you have fear or overwhelm or you're just going through like a huge transition, I think we all are in some ways, right? It's just been a crazy couple of years.
Yeah, it has been.
Definitely.
Has been.
So you learned, how did you hear about Classy Career Girl and our membership?
To be honest, I don't remember, but I know that I signed up for the 90 signed up for the free um, handout, and then I went on a webinar, and then I did the webinar like 2 or 3 times because I felt so connected to what you were saying, and then I just said, "Oh, I really need this. I really need this." And since that time, and I don't really know how long we have been working together, but I have published a few books. Um, I have produced a few documentaries. I've won awards
Wow.
for those. I, did really well in my banking business, and then I didn't, which is why I'm transitioning. And I would have never been able to do all that without Classy Career Girl. I
I
would have
didn't,
never been able to do it.
I love that. I didn't know about these books and
I
documentaries.
know
You've
I'm
been keeping
quiet.
these secret.
I'm a little bit quiet, but
That's okay. We're celebrating you now. That's why I had to get on here. I was like, I know she has some wins she's not sharing with us. We gotta pull those out.
and
So we have wins and documentaries and transitions.
yeah. And now, this year, I'm focusing on fitness. I have quite a few pounds that I would like to lose. After my father passed away, I gained over 100 pounds. So this year is all about me. I'm focusing on self care and losing weight. I'm going to be in a competition in September in my age group, and so of course I'm not going to be like Christy Brinkley, which I would love to have her figure, but if I could be anywhere close to that, that would be awesome.
I love that too, because you're using a lot of the plans and systems we teach for your personal life as well. And so that's one thing. If you guys are new to our program and what we do here, we know your career and your business and your personal life all just kind of is intertwined, right? So have you been able to use a lot of our resources in your life as well?
Yes, yes. Actually, this new position as a financial advisor, they asked me in the interview how, because I'm going to be working with their clients, I don't have to go out and get my own clients. How
Awesome.
would I expand the client base? So I took them through the 90-day plan.
I love it.
I took them through the 90-day plan and they loved it. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
There's a system for that.
There,
Yes.
yeah. And I don't think I would have gotten the job without it.
Good
So, yeah.
job.
hmm It
That's
was
awesome.
wonderful.
So tell us about like how you found out about the success path and what you learned. Tell us where you're at kind of in the program.
Well, I started with CRP, and now I'm going into Love Your Career Formula. I just don't want to. I I just don't want to have my own business. And that's okay. You know,
Mm-hmm.
some women are very good at having their own businesses, and I did that. I had several businesses, and I just don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going through Love Your Career Formula, starting from scratch. So I went through it a couple years ago, um, but I'm starting again. So so I'm just on zero. I'm on zero right now.
Awesome. Phase zero. So yeah, for those who are new, who don't necessarily know, in our class membership, we have 2 success paths. So you said CRP. So for those who don't know what that stands for, it stands for Corporate Rescue Plan. And then we have Love Your Career Formula. So we do serve, both of those. This Corporate Rescue Plan is for women who want to become entrepreneurs. And then Love Your Career Formula, which is what Tamara is going through, is really identifying your ideal career and making it happen. And we have a lot of members who go through both. That's why we have both,
Right.
because I know I was job searching and starting a business, and like I kind of needed them both. So I love that you're pivoting and re-going through. We have a lot of members who are doing the
Right.
exact same thing.
Yeah, I'm pivoting and I'm going through that one first, but then I'm going to, when I finish, I'm going to go back to CRP because I need it. You need both,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yep,
So,
that's why they're both in one place, and you can go through either of them too. Because yeah, I think it's really good too. And this, a lot of the social media tough stuff too can be helpful for you in your
mhm,
financial planning
exactly.
career too.
Right. Exactly.
Ooh, and I would imagine as a financial planner, you still kind of are entrepreneurial too, right?
Yes, I am. So that's why I need that side of classy career girl as well. So I need both, but I am going to take my time and go through Love Your Career Formula first, and then go back into CRP. And it's never ending. There's always new um, content that comes into the programs. There's always new things to explore. So it's good to refresh and renew and go through it when you can.
Yeah, we don't keep you bored.
So
We're
there's
always
always
coming out.
something to do.
Yeah, always something new.
Yeah.
And then you've participated in a lot of like our quarterly 90-day planning live sessions, our quarterly challenges. Like,
Oh
how
yeah.
how has that been?
Oh my gosh, those are the best. Those are wonderful. And I can tell you that I have grown so much just by doing those. And what I do mostly when I participate in those is I take a lot of notes, I do my plan, then I go back on my own time and really, really do a thorough plan. So it's so good.
That's so good. Yeah. So when you first joined, like, what were you first thinking? Like, what thoughts were going through your head?
When I first joined, I was thinking, why didn't I hear about this before? Like, every woman needs this. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I was so lost. So, and it was just like a guide that was showing me the way to go.
I love that. And then like, when did you make the commitment to kind of following the plan? Like, was there a time where you're like, I don't know, and then you kind of made that commitment?
I think it was um, probably 6 months in, because at first I was on the calls and I wasn't really doing the work. Um, and so I think about 6 months in. But once you start doing the work, you'll see a lot of changes happening in your life, and they're all positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's the little things.
and you don't have to make a big commitment every day to to go through the program. Just 15 or 20 minutes a day is really good.
Yay, that's what I say. So now you're hearing it from someone else. You
Yeah.
just need 15, 20 minutes a day, and you really
15.
can go through it. I love that. So
Exactly.
do you remember kind of like what your first step was when you started? I know it was a while ago. Making you think here.
Yeah, my first step, my uh no, I'm sorry, but I remember yeah, it's been a while. My first step was probably just to look over the program and see what I needed to do. And I just, took my time and just went through it step by step, just a little bit every day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's all it takes. It really does. And you can really see, I love interviewing you too, because you've been doing it for so long. So you can really just see the transformation long term. Because sometimes we want things to happen in 5 weeks. You take a course, 5 weeks, like we want our life to change. But the
Right.
the big career and life changes happen over the years of that progress and those baby steps, and it like all really adds up. And this is you've been working hard on this, and this is we're now we get to talk and hear about your story and hear about your journey, all because of all those baby steps, right?
Baby steps. And it's consistency. It's commitment, but also consistency. If you are consistent, then you'll see the change. So you have to be both committed and be consistent.
Exactly. And what like a role model you are for your kids too. How old are your kids?
Oh gosh, my oldest is 40. Yeah, I'm a grandma.
Oh, yay. I love that. See, grandma's in class. We're going to start our own little group.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So, what excites you? Like now when we're in class, when you're doing everything, like what excites you about it?
Everything excites me, but I really love the coffee chats and the master classes that you always have, as well as like we had a book chat a couple times. That was really fun, and especially the 90-day plans. I
Yeah.
love that. The annual planning is the best.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because we want to make sure you have those. We tell you the steps to take, but we want to make sure you create that plan
Hmm.
every 90 days with us. So we do have those quarterly planning challenges.
Yeah,
And then the monthly master classes. So those are on all different topics every single month. You guys vote on them and I teach them. And so that's good. And then what you mentioned was the coffee chat. So because Tamara's been a member for quite a few years, she has extra special events as well. So there's some perks staying in membership for a long period of time. We have more things up our sleeve that we're working on coming up. So that's awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun, like we had a coffee chat with like our members who'd been here for over 2 years. And it was really fun to get together again, with people who'd been going through this journey over 2 years, right? And to just kind of see the connections and relationships and journeys that you guys have all taken.
yes, that was really fun. It was exciting. I have a question though. Are we ever going to be able to have an in-person annual plan?
That'd be fun.
That would be
We did have one before COVID, right? There was one in 2019 where we
yeah, I
planned
missed
out.
that one.
Yeah, we planned out 2020, not knowing that 2020 was just going to be a major curveball, right?
Mm.
But yeah, we had an event. It was really fun in 2019. But yeah, it's definitely, I know everyone is asking for one for sure. So I do think that we definitely all need to get together for sure. But I will add that to my to-do list for sure, and to go back to the team too, because yeah, we really like to do a plan live session like all together to plan the year together. So we do it virtually, but of course in person, that would be fun.
It would
Maybe
be
we'll
fun.
be get together in the fall to do that. Where are you located, by the way? Oh,
I'm
San
in
Francisco. Yeah.
California. Yeah, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yep,
So,
you are in San Francisco. Yeah. So now I'm in Wisconsin, so we got to figure out this location thing because I'm no longer in California, right?
right.
I love it. So we have people supporting us in the comments. Say hello if you are listening and watching. Let us know where you're from. Let us know if you have any questions for Tamara as well, because she is like sharing some really helpful tips here. Michaela is here cheering you on. She said, "Way to." Oh, I think I can feature comments here. Let me see here. Oh, there we go, Michaela. Way
Wow.
to face that
Thank
fear. That fear is real, but way to keep going. Yes, I love that.
you,
Um,
Michaela.
Yes, good one. And then I have I don't know who this is. It doesn't say their name. A lot of caregiving stuff popped up with my mother, had to do after work. Yeah, so I think what this person is talking about is we said 15-20 minutes a day,
Yeah, it
right?
doesn't have to be 15 or 20 minutes a day. You can do it at your own pace. You don't have to do it daily. I mean, I said 15 to 20 minutes a day because that's easy for most people, but I don't even do that. I'm in school getting my master's. So, um, I don't have time to go through the program every day. I do it when I can.
Yep.
It's your own, you go at your own pace.
Yeah.
So
And
don't even
everyone
worry
goes
about
at their
that.
own perfect pace. No one is
Mhm.
ever behind because we all are going through our own career journey, business journey at our own
Right,
pace. I
right,
think
exactly.
that's trying to keep up with everyone else. That's kind of
Yeah.
what creates that overwhelm.
Yeah.
So what do you think would have happened if you didn't follow the plan, if you didn't get into the success pass and the membership?
Um, I I don't know where what my life would be to be honest, because I was really in a spiral and going in the wrong direction. So I'm a very religious person. I'm getting my master's in theology. So I think that this was a divine appointment, and I, to be honest, I like I said, I don't know where my life would be without Classic Career Girl and all the support and the love that you guys give to everyone. It's incredible. So it's been really wonderful.
Yeah, we got to all hug in person because we've
Yeah,
been like virtual. We've gotten through the whole pandemic together, right? Like
right.
through these the monthly, the quarterly sessions, and we've all faced a lot of challenges throughout the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can feel that, right? And I love that you say the love, right? Because it's the community is unlike anywhere else, right?
So
Like there's
supportive. Yeah. So
yeah,
very supportive. And
definitely.
you need that support because it's funny when I went through my divorce, my family, and they're sweet, but they don't have a clue, basically. Not my children, but my mom and my sister said, "Oh, you could be a babysitter or a dog walker. You could do that and make good money." And I'm thinking, is that all they aspire for me to do? Is be a babysitter or a dog walker? Which there's nothing wrong with that if that's your passion, but that wasn't my passion. And look at all the things that I've done since then, you know.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes the friends and family, they might see us where we are now, but they can't really see that vision of the future, right? Of where
Right.
we know we can go, or we have others believing. And that's what's so special about the community is we all believe in each other, right? Can push each other
Yeah.
up and help each other out too. I know we have members who are accountability partners and they're getting together in person. I wonder if we have
Hmm.
anyone else in San
I
Francisco that
know. I don't
I
know if
can
I have
do.
any. I'll have to reach out on the Facebook group and find out.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know we've had some members do kind of like, wherever they're located, getting together as well too. So if you're listening to this and you're a member in San Francisco, reach out so we can connect you with Tamara. Awesome, I love it. So books, documentaries,
Hmm.
changing careers, financial
My master's.
advisors,
Yeah.
a new job, your masters. Like, look at all this stuff too from just moving forward. Do you feel like you kind of know yourself a little bit better too, as far as your ideal career, like where you're going?
I think we're always learning about ourselves. I don't know if I'll ever know myself perfectly, but because I'm like the kid who always wants to learn something. I want to do, I want to fly jets, and I want to cruise the Caribbean, and I want to, I have all these goals uh, that I probably will never accomplish, but I will try. Um, but at least I have a guide that can help me focus on what's truly important.
Yes.
Because you can have a lot of goals, but that doesn't mean that they're important.
Or they should all be done this year.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what like we think we want to do so much in a year, but what we really try is like do that stagger year approach so we can like you can make these huge leaps and accomplishments and have more happiness too with what you're doing, which you can really see in how you're talking and communicating and sharing. So you had a lot of notes, so I want to make sure did we touch on all the points that you wanted to
Let's
say today?
see.
Because I
Think
know.
so. Oh, okay. Yes. One thing before before we leave, one thing you always said, Anna, was focus on one specific improvement. Focus on one specific improvement. So, like I said, for me this year is fitness, but it has been, sales in the past, or it can be whatever it is that you want to improve in your life. So focus on one specific improvement.
Yeah, because when you just focus on that one thing, then you can really make progress too.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people, I think a lot of people come in and they want to do multiple different careers too, right? They want to make a lot happen. And I always tell them in every 90 days, because that's kind of where I probably said that, like in every quarter, when we create those 90-day plans, it's focusing on that one thing, right? Like, what do we want to accomplish just in those first 90 days? And then the next 90 days, we can add on the next thing too, right?
exactly.
So I love that
Exactly.
your main focus for the year is your self-care, taking care of yourself, but then also you're getting your master's and you're also doing this new job too. So there's a lot happening.
A lot. A
Yeah.
whole lot.
Yeah, you better come to our next quarterly planning challenge.
I will. I will definitely be there.
Yeah, for sure. So, what are your, final words of wisdom to someone, looking back a couple years ago when you were just, hopping on that webinar, searching for help? Like, what would you tell that person who's just kind of has that fear and that overwhelm right now?
I would tell them to take a chance because you have absolutely nothing to lose, but you have so much to gain. So just take a chance.
Yeah, take a chance on yourself, on your goals, on your dreams, what
And
you want to accomplish.
yeah, and investing in yourself is so important. Like I said, I'm an older woman, so investing in yourself is very important. We share so many hats. I have an elderly parent, I have children and grandchildren, and I'm in that in between stage where you're kind of taking care of everything. Even though your children are grown, they still need you sometimes. So it's like invest in yourself. It's important.
Yeah, there's so many other people to take care of. I love that you said that because yeah, I totally feel that too. There's so many others you put yourself last
Yeah,
sometimes. So this really is putting yourself first,
right.
making your goals and dreams important for sure. I love that. So where can people get in touch with you? I know you said something about a website, but that's not done yet, right?
No, I am transitioning, so the best way to get if you're part of Classic Career Girl, you can just reach out to me. I guess DM me. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
They can just DM me, or I can give my email address, but I will have a website as soon as I'm all licensed and all that. They'll be able to get in touch with me, and that'll be in about a month.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll make sure we add that into the comments as well too. So
Okay.
awesome,
Okay.
Tamara. Thank you so much.
Oh,
See,
thank
you
you
didn't
so
think you
much.
could talk a whole half
I
hour, but you
know. I
sure
didn't think.
did.
Thank you so very much. It was such an honor to speak with you, Anna. I'm
You
just
too.
so happy to be here. So thank you so
Yay.
much.
Awesome. It was so fun to connect. And we will see you in the Facebook group on our next challenge.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye.